And one of the things that I want to ask you about with respect to your platform that seems really interesting is you talk about it being your own app. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Is that something where through Clubify, like I could have my own like little app, like people download my little app from the app store, but it's just powered by Clubify? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Is there something different there?
Yeah. Like it's actually your own app. It would actually be your business name, and then use your app logo, and like yeah, it's basically it would even the power by Clubify, we don't even put that in there, right? It's brand basically it's your app, right? Um,
That's
and
really cool.
no thanks, man. Like because that's what I noticed, right? Like, I see a lot of people like building their using building communities and whatnot, but then it's branded under somebody else's app,
Yeah.
right? You're getting
Right.
all the they're getting the brand equity, you
Mm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
You should have a presence in the app store because the app store is like a future search engine, right? It's already turning into a search full-on search engine. Now there's ads coming up now, like Apple selling ads now and whatnot. It's becoming a full-fledged search engine, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 100%. So having your own brand is very important, for visibility, for growth, and we this is something we totally support. So
Yeah, I love that. I mean, to be able to have like truly have your own app in the app store, and you've created all the back end technology and support that goes into powering it to become
yeah.
its own app. That's interesting. I don't think I mean, do you even have competitors? Like I don't know anybody who's done that. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
curious.
No, there are. We definitely have some competitors. They're not exactly doing what we're doing. And
Yeah.
we don't. We have our own way of doing things. We've game the gamification and
Right.
whatnot.
Yep.
And we're looking to. We own the patent, so eventually we'll decide on what to do with that patent. We can partner up with them and so forth. But um, you know, at least what I see is like this is a good movement in the right direction. You
Yeah.
know, it's a good thing we have competitors because we want this, we want to bring the power back to the business owner, right? If it was only us, we wouldn't have the impact as the have everyone on board, right? This is the
Yep.
movement, like bringing the power back to the business, right?
Yeah.
Let people know that there's a different option because most people don't even know this is an option, you
Yeah.
know?
I had no idea. I
Yeah,
had no idea that you could do this. This is, and my listeners are going to, I'm hoping like I should get some shares out of this episode when it goes live because I don't think a lot of people in my circle know that you can do this. And so, all right. So now I'm like really like tech geeking out over here over
sure,
everything you're doing.
go
And
for it.
I want to ask you a little bit more about just the experience on Clubify. So I
Sure.
understand that you can schedule content to go to social media. I understand that you can host courses and you can have gamification tied into it where people can earn, which by the way, I was speaking with an expert in e-learning on a recent episode, and that was the thing that he harped on the most. He's like, gamification is really starting to become more of a requirement and a must have versus a luxury because of just the attention that people have right now when it comes to these programs. So that's huge. That was going to be one of my questions. Tell me about, when it comes to working through like a program, like, is there gamification, things like that, that can help people, move through it. But like, tell me a little bit more, like, is there something like, tell me about like, if I'm signing up for Clubify and I want to pull my community over here, I want to use this as this like massive, like core asset, right, for my business. What are some of like the main benefits of doing that, aside from kind of what we've already discussed here, as far as like, what are some of the features that, that people would get people really excited? I know we can white label, like, is there anything that we're missing here? Because I really want to make sure we get all this out on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we talked about like let's talk about from the member perspective, right?
Mhm.
So we talked about it from the superstar slash club owner perspective, right? Like from the club owner's perspective, the benefits are, I can even go through, pull up the app here and actually give you a more exhaustive list here. So let me just pull up one of the apps we're doing for the moms group. Basically, they have a 450,000 person strong group in Facebook, but
Mhm.
they're noticing that their engagement's dropping, and
Yeah.
it's getting harder and harder. to engage with their own audience, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, so basically we built them an app. So essentially what we're doing in there, as an example, is the members, they have access to chat rooms now, right?
Hmm.
So now obviously 450,000 is a huge group. So what they're doing is they're like, okay, we would like to have like chat rooms, right? So they have a chat room for expectant moms, for example,
Hmm.
or basically a chat room for brand new mothers and so forth, right?
Yeah.
Essentially they can have from the member perspective, they have a parenting 101, right? So they're like a reference guide they can go into, and so, right? So they have all like activities for children, adoption, birthing, et cetera, et cetera. Teens, how to deal with teens, right? And then from a member perspective, the special offers, right? So special offers, again, it's like advertisers, right? But they already have a relationship built in and everything. And, Sarah has already talked about, Sarah is the owner of the community. And, she's already had a relationship built with them. So she's basically warm introducing the advertiser to the entire audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different way of looking at things. And then, yeah, from the member perspective, you can have a leaderboard, right? So you can see that, hey, Mary's at here and I'm at here, So
Right.
basically gamifies the entire experience, right? You can see how many points people have. And now using those points, members can actually enter into contests from within the app, right? So let's say there's a giveaway or whatnot, completely arbitrary, they can enter that. They can also redeem free prizes, right? So we're like, hey, my philosophy is, hey, if you have a champion client, or community member, right, who's buying stuff from you, inviting people, being active, you want to reward those people,
Oh, yeah.
and then basically like one of our influencers, they're giving away like a hoodie, for example, say, hey, you earned 25,000 points. Now you can redeem this free hoodie. And now you can go on social media, redeem the hoodie, but just do a shout out, and then have a link to the app. So then links back into the app. So that's where one of the viral components comes in,
Right.
And then if someone wins a contest, it goes, goes on social media as well, right? So basically have that viral effect. So yeah, and from the member perspective, being able to upgrade their level, having intimate access to your audience, to your owner, to the superstar, and we call them superstars and club owners, right? So, and basically through the app, because now you can actually text messages as well, right? So you can have a very intimate relationship with your, with the superstar / club owner. Now,
Mm-hmm.
right? They can actually text message you directly through the app because every app gets a phone app number, right?
Yeah.
So with this app number, right, people can message directly to that app number, and you would get it, so to speak.
Right.
You
Yeah.
manage communications through there. So not instead of your personal number, it's going to your app number, so to speak. And you can send mass text messages and and so forth. So just the next level. So basically, your members are just getting a more fun, more intimate experience.